When Paulie has a bad day, dude, you leave a message, you don't even say hello. You launch into it. But you're such a nice guy. After you launch into it, then you give me a quick hello. I'll check messages, and all of a sudden I'll be like, yeah, Bill, call me back, blah, 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 whatever. And all of a sudden yours will just come on. Is it ever enough? Is it ever enough? No matter what the fuck you do. I'm sorry, this is Paul. How you doing? Is it ever enough? And then you just fucking launch back into it.
Oh, man, dude, you're going to make me say this. I'm going to tell you this story. I've never said this before. When Lucas was 1, we went to Sears for family pictures, right? This is true.
Now that
and
is
we're all wearing matching white collared shirts as a family. Lucas is 1, me and Stacy. On the way. Fuck you. On the way. Fuck you. No, fuck you. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, at that level, I don't give a fuck what she said. I don't even fucking need to do this today. Dude, I'm laying on the ground in Sears with the number 1. There was a foam number 1 behind us, and I'm going like this. And in between takes, we're looking at each other, shaking each other's head. I'm on the floor. My arms are around her. And I'm going, I'm not going to fucking dinner tonight. Fuck your family. Or something I said. And I'm just, and it was the worst fight. And there was a number 1, and we're all in white fucking polos. Here's the thing about Bill Burr. When anything is big, the guy is who you want in a foxhole with. Dude, I've been on a plane with you with a lot of turbulence, and I'm like writing my will in my notes on iPhone, and you're like air drumming. You know, like he's just fucking air drumming and shit. And I'm just going like, he's like, no, it's fine. It's the balance. It's, anything with you big. God forbid you tell Bill, like, we're drunk in a bar. One time we got drunk in a bar, and I told him I didn't mind, like, excessive celebration if it was for a championship. By the end of the night, I was like, dude, are we still friends?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if we were friends.
I'm so glad I don't drink anymore.
Are we cool?
I swear to God, that's what it is. My house could burn down with everything in it other than the people I love. And I'd be like, is it kind of cool to not own anything? Kind of feel light. Let's just start over again. I mean, all that shit was shit people were going to have to deal with when we died anyway. It's like, why the fuck did he keep this paper mache fucking thing from the 70s? Oh, Paul, you could take me for a fucking ride. Did I ever tell you the first time I went down one of the first times I came down to New York? I ever tell you how fucking gullible I was?
No.
So I stop at the Port Authority, and I'm walking out. I might as well have a piece of straw and a cowboy hat. Oh, big city, right? And this dude, right? This black dude comes up to me. He goes, yo, man, you need a taxi? I'm like, well, yes, I do. He's like, follow me. So I start following the guy. And my whole body's going like, this guy doesn't have a uniform. He does not seem connected with this facility. And I'm just following this. My whole inner side is screaming. Inside's just screaming. Don't follow this guy. I follow him, and I follow him, and I follow him. We're going down like, it's in between like the garden and whatever. And I'm going down this alley going, I might get killed here. I'm like, well, but I said I'd go with this guy. I don't want to piss him off. Long story short, we get to the front of the garden. Okay? And this Asian dude pulls up in a cab. This is when New York was New York, right?
Yeah.
So the black dude leads me up. The Asian dude fucking pulls up in the cab. And then the guy who led me the cab told me it was like $20. Yeah. And so I'm taking out my wallet. I had all this money because I was traveling. And the guy was jumping up. And the Asian guy's going, no. He's yelling. And the guy takes the 20 and runs away. And then I was just relieved he didn't kill me, right?
Oh.
Dude, I'm 27. This is how fucking new I was to the world. So I put my suitcase in the trunk of the cab, and I get in, and this Asian dude, like, I don't know where he's from, but a heavy accent. He go, what's wrong with you? He go, where you from? I'm like, Massachusetts. He's like, are you new to this city? I love this guy to death because he just told me what was up. He go, you new here? I'm like, yeah, I'm down here to visit a friend. He goes, let me tell you something. Somebody come up to you in this city, you say, get the fuck away. He goes, they keep coming, you say louder. I say, get the fuck away. And then he just kept going, where you from? He just kept shit. And all of that. You know what it is, Paul? You know what fucking life is? Life is being a fucking good person and then dealing with a bunch of fucking assholes that you can't tell them what fucking assholes they are. because of some extraneous bullshit, relations, family, money, international waters, whatever the fuck it is. There's always some stupid reason why you can't call a cunt. And then what happens is good people walk around angry as shit, and then we drop of heart attacks. And then people always go, hey, how come all these nice guys always die young and all these fucking assholes live forever? Because they're doing the shit.
Yeah.
All right? This all makes sense in my head.
No, it does.
I'm the hero, Paul. I'm a nice guy. I don't know, like a couple years ago, if somebody suggested something that I didn't want to do, the pilot light would start flaming up in me because I would think that I had to do it. I didn't know that you could just be like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I appreciate the offer. I don't want to do it. You know, because I knew how to do that, but the only way I knew how to do that was to be like, let me tell you something, you motherfucker. I'm never fucking. That's the only way I knew how to do it.
How long did it take you? How long did it take you to when you could politely go, I appreciate that, but no, I'm just not interested. Like, how long did it take you to do that?
This week. I did it this week, finally. I feel great.
But I've always had a fantasy of going into a bank and just running out with a fucking hockey bag filled with cash. That's always been my thing, right? That's why I love watching those movies. So I saw this movie.
Knocking over old people.
No. I would have done it like they did in Heat. I'm not here for your money. I'm here for the bank's money. Everybody, if you need to, rest on the wall, if you have a heart issue, don't, let us know. You could go to the bathroom. I would be, they wouldn't worry about me.
You would get caught, Paul.
Yeah.
You start letting hostages not feel like hostages, they start leaving the bank.
You guys hungry?
Listen, if this is too much for you, if you're not a gun person, you can just get out of here. I just want what's in the vault.
Is anybody hungry? I'm going to be playing a movie on my phone.
My wife makes the greatest brownies. I've told her forever to open a store, but she wouldn't do it, which is why I'm here.
The thing with me is when you walk into my house, and this is just, and anybody will tell you this, I take pride in this. If you walk into my fucking house, the chances of you not having a glass of something within fucking 30 seconds is just not going to happen. You're going to have fucking cheese. She'll have cheese and salamis up there, and you're going to have a fucking glass of grape juice in your hand before you get up the stairs. And that's just how it's going to be when you come to my fucking house. You're going to have food. You're going to fucking eat a lot. You're going to have a great fucking time. And then we're going to go outside and smoke sticks while they prepare dessert. That's what the fuck is going to happen when you come to the Virzi household, and you're going to leave going, what the fuck just happened? And anything other than that is unacceptable. That's it.
What do you say to that? I love how you went Trump in the beginning. And anybody will tell you that. The hand goes out. Anybody will tell you. You fucking ask. People don't even know me. No, they look at me and be like that. That guy's handing you a glass of wine and some cheese.
But dude, I remember this one time I was at a club. I was at a comedy club in the city. It's a true story. I was like, yeah, man, I did my shows, and I wasn't passed in any club. So I was like, I was literally standing outside of bars in Greenwich Village going, hey, comedy show. And I was done for the night. And I go, man, I need a massage. So the guy goes, oh, go around the corner. I'm like, dude, it's 1 a.m. He goes, go around. It's a thing, right? So I go in there and I go, how much is a massage, right? And she's like, it's 60 plus tip. I had $80. So I'm like, perfect. I'll get it for 60. But I go in and she closes the door. It's 100% true. She closes the door and she just goes, you want special massage? I go, no. And she started touching my belly button and shit. And I'm like, no. I was like, I got 60, whatever. And she, no, I'll give you special. And she started to try to touch my balls and shit. And I'm like, no, I don't have them. My back, right? So I laid down and she dimmed the lights and she kept going, you sure you don't want special massage? I'm like, I just want to get my back. I have a fucked up back. So dude, I'm laying on my stomach. Okay. Hand to God. I'm laying on my stomach and I feel I'm laying this way and I feel her grab my shin and lift my back leg up like this. And all of a sudden I get this sensation on my toes. I look, dude, this bitch had my toes in her mouth. She started sucking my feet. And I go, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Man, I got $60. So
who the fuck goes to massage parlor at 1 a.m. and thinks that place is legal?
Dude,
you think she actually knows how to work out your back? You went to a punter to see if they could hit a fucking curveball. You're not even in the right stadium.
No, here's the thing. I was young. I didn't know about that stuff yet. I was
young. The hatch just blew. I can't believe the story went that way, Paul. I mean, I thought that was totally legit. Dude, I went to a massage parlor. Get this, at 1 a.m. in the Village in New York. This chick tried to touch my dick. I mean, it came out of nowhere. What were you, 12?
Nobody's an expert unless they've done the job. Like Tony Romo, when Tony Romo talks football, that's going to happen, okay? If somebody asks you, hey, man, what's it like on the road when you stay in a comedy condo? Or what's it like when you're away from your family? I'm an expert with that. I can answer that. But I don't want some fucking buddy that doesn't know what happens when you die go, well, I'll tell you what happens. Remember when you were born and you didn't remember before you were born, right? So that's what happens. You don't fucking know. You don't know. You're not an expert on that. So nobody's an expert on shit that's unexplained, okay? Nobody's an expert on UFOs.
What do you think happens when you die?
I think that there is
why would you give an answer?
No, hold on. But I could think something.
Neil deGrasse Virzi?
Yeah, but nobody's fucking booking me on fucking Ellen to talk about it.
Stop saying fuck so much. You could get some more gigs. Nobody wants to hear a scientist dropping F-bombs. Ellen, this is what the fuck I think when you die.
I don't see my dad often. And when I do see my dad, like my dad is so... Like my dad would be absolutely disgusted and horrified that I was wearing an Adidas t-shirt on a podcast. My dad went into a pizzeria in Yonkers. This is true. Not even trying to be funny. With $1,100 alligator shoes on that had a solid gold buckle on top of them. And then he wears leather jacket in the winter. Like every season he's got so he loves when it gets cold because he wears this leather that's got fur around the collar, and he wears he'll wear really big, gaudy sunglasses.
Wait, does it tie in the middle of those jackets with the shit back in the
day? It was like fur around the collar, a zip up leather, but soft leather. He'd have shoes on with like gold buckles, and he would wear gaudy sunglasses at night.
Wearing 9 different animals. All of them are endangered. I love this guy.
Dude, he's going to get a regular slice of pizza. And he comes out, he's got glasses on. And this one woman was looking at my dad, and she's just staring at him. And he's walking to the car, and me and my brother were there. And I never saw my dad in a real social setting with other people other than us when we visited him. And he just goes, he stops and he takes his glasses off and he looks at the woman and he goes, I owe you money? And she goes, excuse me? And he goes, no, I'm just saying, do I owe you money? Because the last person that stared at me like that, I owed him money. Dude, it was I've never seen another person just get frozen, had nothing to say, and look.
I wouldn't have anything to say.
And then he just put his glasses back on and went in the car, and it was the most gangster shit I've ever seen.
So this guy's standing there. He's at the front cash register. He has his sunglasses off, his mask is off, and he's leaning towards the glass like this. And there's a glass partition. And on the other side, this person is holding up a machine. And he's just sitting there staring at the machine. And I walked in the middle of this, like, what the fuck is going on? And this lasts for like a minute. I'm like, what are they doing? So I walk up and I said, what was that all about? And they said, oh, he just paid with his face. Dude, how fucking stupid. He goes, the machine recognizes his face that is then connected to his credit card number. How fucking dumb, how fucking lazy are you that you can't take your credit card out and go, duh, and then take the stupid pen and sign it? You're going to give these cunts your face and tie it to your credit card number. I was literally standing behind the next Lee Harvey Oswald. I'm going to see that guy in about 3 months getting dragged in with a big fucking knot on his face. Oh, so I'm the patsy? He just paid with his face, Paul. And this is the thing about that. Human beings are such fucking idiots that they're going to see that, and enough of the herd's going to be like, I want to pay with my face. I want to have the latest thing because I don't have a dream that I've locked into that this is how I live my life. I want to do the face thing. And then everybody's going to be doing the face thing, and then they're going to phase out the fucking credit card, and then I'm going to have a meltdown. on the last day you can use a fucking credit card, and my wife's gonna get mad at me because I have a temper. That's how it's gonna go.
Dude,
this guy, if you saw this fucking idiot like leaning into the fucking thing, I swear to God, somebody should have just put 2 behind his ear right there, and just put him out of his misery.
I picture somebody going, how much is it, 250?
What about when you think they charged you too much? You'd be like, it's so fucking dumb, dude. It's so dumb. Too, right?
I'm like, yeah. Okay. Yes. Whatever you got to do. But things live with me. Here, dude, this is a true story. Okay. I took my cat to the vet and we didn't know if he was coming back. The other one, the one with diabetes. And Lucas.
They all sound like Bruce Springsteen songs. I feel like you're somebody going to Vietnam or something.
Dude. And Lucas is crying. They kiss the cat on the head. I'm looking at this thing like, I don't know what's going to happen. I say to the lady, what's it going to take? She goes, I think he's going to be okay. This is what we have to do. He's going to stay overnight. They said to me, which my wife got upset with, they said to me, if we lose the cat, do you want to sign a do not resuscitate? This is 100% true. Do you want to sign a do not resuscitate or a resuscitate? I go, what does that mean?
Fucking cat, Paul.
She goes, for $400, if his heart stops, we'll bring him back. I looked at the lady like, I'll kill you for the cat. Yes, resuscitate. I don't give a fuck. Dude, yes.
I can't believe people are this attached to cats. No, they're so fucking aloof, man. I feel like there's, you know, the person you went to school with for like 12 years, but you never really talked?
Dude, my cat runs to me like a dog. He was on my chest last night. He's the best. He's the best, dude. Guys, come here. They run down the stairs. Guys, come here. Run down the stairs.
All right. So the lady, I'm gonna get a bunch of shit from cat people here.
No, she goes, would you want to resuscitate him? Yeah. Dude, I'll put my daughter's guinea pig on life support. I don't give a fuck, dude. We live. Everything lives that I pay for and that we love is gonna live. Okay. I'm serious, dude. I'm like, and you know, Stacy,
what's the over-under on this guinea pig? 7 years.
So Stacy is
doing $200 on the 8.
You German, Irish, Scandinavian, there's some
motherfuckers.
I don't know what it is with you guys, but there's some sort of like, it's not a coldness, but there's a block. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what it is. I can tell you exactly what it is.
There's like,
if you could do 23andMe, they could get back to the one asshole dad that started all of this shit in fucking Northern Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what happened, if it was the weather and he's wearing a woolly mammoth fucking onesie and he was itchy and just had a bad fucking life. And he was just like, it's going to snow out. Fucking get used to it. Shut the fuck up. It was that where you guys were down near the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking believe it. When you really look at like, so many of the inventions in Northern Europe were to destroy people. And a lot of the inventions in Southern Europe is to enjoy life more. Like, that's probably not true if you really looked it up, but I just mean, Unser Blitzkrieg and all of this shit up there. But like fucking down where you guys are, it's like, that's why I like going to that part of Europe. I laugh when I go to, dude, when I go through Ireland and Scotland in England, I see so many of my friends and people that I grew up with, just the European version of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just dying laughing, and the cycle has not been broken, and they're the funniest fucking bastards you're ever going to meet.
Because, you know, she's upset about the cat too, so she's just working through it. My wife has that Scandinavian, German, Irish.
Got the psycho blood like me.
Yeah, she said,
you're dealing with the emotion.
She goes, I'm not in denial, but I'm just not dealing with it. And she's working where I go in.
What is that?
Yeah. She just is like, she knows what it is, but just plows through. And when it comes to I just hold my nose cannonball into the emotional pool, and I just splash. And I'm just one of those. I realized that's why it hit me. I was one of those kids where when a girl held my hand in elementary school, I'd start planning our family. That's who the fuck I'm just one of those. If you just touch my back and tell me I'm okay, I'm just fucking head over. And that's why I was more sentimental.
There's 32 head coaching jobs in the whole world in the NFL. Think about that, man. There's 30.
Your wife's got to love you. Your wife's got to love you. For your wife to go, I'm going to be in this, and we may move. You may get another job. Your kids may leave the school because now you're the offensive coordinator across the country, and she sticks with that.
Yeah.
That's a
She either loves you or it's an abusive relationship. Hey, I did this when you met me. You knew what this was. Stop crying. It's South Dakota. They're in the WAC. I'm going to fucking destroy them. We'll be back in the Pac-12 in a minute.
If that fucking kick isn't wide right, we don't live in Texas. Just starts losing her shit. It wasn't my fault. She's going, you bring it home with you. What the fuck? It was a chip shot. It was a fucking chip shot.
Bring it home with me. My fucking face is all over the paper. I told you to stop subscribing to it. Oh, I like the gossip section. They're gossiping about me. I always feel bad, like with certain guys that are volatile guys, right? When you just see them, you know that shit. You know the fucking that stance that they're in when there's a field goal, where they got their hands on the knees and they're just sitting there. Like one time, come on, just put it in. It goes, wow, shit, and they fucking lose the game.
I love the guys that go, they try to be calm, but then they mouth it, but they don't say it. They go, they look at the kick is up, and they go,
he missed it.
But you've made me blush. You have made me, I've been to games with you where I was just like, wow, he's going in. Like
I used to drink a lot, Paul.
I would watch you.
Dude, so much of my shit, I would just get mad seeing people for the other team having a good time.
Yeah, it
watched nothing to do with the game. It had nothing to do with the game. If I saw somebody and they looked like a douche to me and they were enjoying themselves, I just lasered in on them. I really should have got my ass kicked a lot more than I did.
I saw you lean back. You leaned back one time. We were at some college. You leaned back, and I just saw your eyes scanning. Your eyes were scanning. You were looking for the other jersey, or you were looking for somebody on the opposing thing, and you were just.
It had nothing to do with sports, Paul. It never has anything to do. It's all my bullshit from being a kid.
You actually apologized to a guy once. We were at a game, and you and him were going, and you were like this and that. You went hard at him, and then I saw you real. I mean, we were hammered. I mean, and you were just like, you like patted him on that. You go, hey man, it's all good. Like, you, and I was like, oh, he knows. I mean,
by the end, I realized that I finally realized I was the dick, and then I started becoming the peacekeeper. I remember you wanted to kill somebody in Tampa,
and the kid in when we went to Alabama.
The kid on the bus, the one on, that kid.
That kid got hammered, drunk.
No, but you were right. You were right on that. Yeah, we went to Alabama versus Texas A&M in College Station. We took a fucking bus, a booze bus,
a public bus, which was so dumb.
No, it wasn't public. It was specifically for that.
But with strangers,
like a public bus, but it was carting us to the game. And there was just this one fucking guy. He was just obnoxious. He was everything that makes me want to watch the game at home.
I hate Alabama because of him and his fucking loafers and his khakis, those Alabama khakis he had on. And he had those loafers that they wear. Like,
dude, the loafers, the funniest thing ever is them trying to act like, like they're these aristocrats. You know, also like that, the fucking TCU fans coming there in their dumbass blazers and shit. It's like, dude, nobody gives a fuck about TCU. This is the Harvard of Texas, is it? No one cares. I never heard of you guys. The horny toads. Come on, frogs. I fucking hated them. All those J.R. Ewing looking fucking jerk offs. I like the SMU Mustangs. I like Baylor, the Longhorns. I like Texas Tech. I like the Aggies. Those fucking cunts at the fucking the frogs, man. Oh my god, they look like the douches in like a coming to age movie in the 80s. Like they were the frat with all the money. That's what they look like. I was like, oh my god, this is like this is Dangerfield going to come here and do the triple Lindy?
The sweater, the tied sweater around the.
Dude, I mean, that's how they were dressed. I was like,
yeah, Bill, that was my first Rose Bowl, and it was TCU, and we sat in the sun, and it was a bunch of kids going like with their fingers down, TCU, and by like 5 minutes into the first quarter, Bill was just ripping on, and it was on everybody. Yeah.
Was I drunk that one? Because sometimes I didn't drink.
That was my first one. You were drunk.
I was drunk.
Yeah, you kept yelling TCU in a really annoying way right after them. So they go TCU, and then you go TCU, and you were just doing it.
Come on, frogs.
Yeah, man. I
got mad at them because they were supporting their team, and for some reason they were all dressed up like they were going to go on the Lawrence Welk show afterwards. Yeah, Lawrence Welk is a very old reference, but I'm telling you, it's right on. Dude, just know that the closing song on that show was "Good Night, Sleep Tight, and Happy Dreams to You." It was the whitest show ever. There's a wish and a prayer for every dream to come true. And now till we meet again, adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Good night. That's how white it was. And that's what they look like. They all look like, and then all these old people would come out and they would be dancing around the fucking floor. Dude, this is how old the fucking fan base was for that show. The guy used to do a live read for Geritol. I don't know if you even remember it. It was like this multivitamin for fucking people that fought in the Civil War or some shit. It'd be old as shit, dude. All right, this next to numbers. This fucking Lawrence Welk. I think he was this German guy. I don't know when he left Germany.
Geritol sounds like that old man cream you put on. I thought it was a cream from like the 50s.
Dude, it was it was a little jar of vitamins, and they would sell them to these old people. This is back when we just knew nothing about nutrition or anything. Like it was just like,
dude, you're bringing me back. You're bringing me back.
Yeah, dude,
like my grandmother.
Ate 3 times a week. Didn't realize how difficult that was for you. Not that I don't love a steak, Paul. Oh, I tried the plant-based thing. I'm not doing that. I'm like, what do you got here? Older folks often have tired blood. Geritol.
That is the most non-medical way of saying anything. Nobody even knows
it's
that.
Snake oil. It's snake oil. Can the listeners see this? Can you have to talk, Andrew? They got to see this thing. The viewers here, I should say.
I'll drop it in. But
there it is. Geritol. Tired blood? Paul?
That should be our sponsor. Tired blood? Well, if for $20 off, anything better.
That's a good name for a special. Paul Virzi, Tired Blood.